Welcome to this special video where we delve into a fascinating scientific discovery about our body and the nasal cycles in it. Did you know there is a surprising connection between your armpits and nasal flow? Essentially, any method that applies pressure under the armpits has a direct influence on the flow of breath through the nostrils. So if we apply firm pressure under the left armpit, then the right nostril will flow better, and vice versa. The reason for this relationship between the nostrils and the armpits is not certain, but it's probably associated with some nerve reflexes. Modern scientists have identified what they call the nasal cycle. It's a biological rhythm responsible for regulating nasal flow. And the best part, simple yet effective movements and techniques can influence the cycle, promoting better circulation, benefiting our overall well-being. In a 1996 study titled The Nasal Response to Axillary Pressure, 10 individuals with no history of nasal issues were involved. The scientists applied sustained pressure using a crutch under their armpits for 5 minutes. They measured nasal cross-sectional area, pulse and blood pressure to unveil a remarkable connection. So that's what today's movements and techniques are focused on. Before we get moving, pause this video, read the comments in full, and make sure you consult with your healthcare practitioners as to which movements and techniques you should avoid based on your own particular limitations or conditions. Standing with your feet roughly the same width as your shoulders. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears, back and down. Feel grounded through the feet and tuck the chin slightly in. Bring the hands to interlace behind the sacrum and squeeze your shoulder blades tightly. Separate the hands away from the body if possible and bring them back. Do this a couple of times. Remember not to overdo it. If comfortable, gently push the hips forwards as you slightly arch back. Return back to the start position. This time, fold the body over to the 90 degrees. Bend the knees slightly as you inhale, reach up. Pause in the inhalation as you arch it out. Remember to use the buttocks for this. And exhale as you come only as far as the 90 degrees. Your arms may come up slightly. On the next inhalation, reach all the way up. Bring the hands together to the center of the chest. Whilst you pause here, continue to push the hands towards each other, generating a gentle activation through the shoulder blades. And in your own time, release this completely. We will now flow. So bring the arms all the way up, interlace the fingers, send the palms up, and then the body over to the side. Take an inhalation coming up and flow into the side stretch. Look up towards the palms and then separate the hands so that you can interlace them behind. Looking down towards the floor, separate the hands away from the body and then fold forward to the 90 degrees. Breathing in, lift all the way up and exhale, hands together. Bring the arms all the way up, interlace them. And then the body over to the side. Take an inhalation coming up and flow into the side stretch. Look up towards the palms and then separate the hands so that you can interlace them behind. Looking down towards the floor, separate the hands away from the body and then fold forward to the 90 degrees. Breathing in, lift all the way up and exhale, hands together to the center of the chest. Relax the hands by the sides of the body and bring your feet together if possible, although they can be slightly separated. And you can do this exercise from seated as well. The last two options are easier for your balance. Float your arms out towards the sides and squeeze the shoulder blades together slightly, therefore bringing in extension into the area of the armpit. Now bring your left arm forward in front of you and cross your right on top. Bend the elbows and aim to interlace as much as possible the elbows together. Begin to make clockwise circles with the elbows. At the bottom of the circle, pause momentarily and activate the armpits. Inhale as you complete the circle, and exhale as you pause and squeeze the armpits tightly. One more. Take a little moment here, squeezing deeply and breathing. And then relax your efforts fully. Release the arms off to the side. Feel free to swing the shoulders and the arms to release any added tension before we move into the other side. Bring in your arms shoulder height. This time your right arm will come forward and you'll cross the left elbow on top, therefore hooking the arms through. Anti-clockwise this time, take an inhalation. And as you exhale, squeeze the armpits together. We come to sit on our chairs. Place your feet firmly on the floor or feel free to utilize a block. Bring the palms down into the thighs. Lower the body, bring in the navel down towards the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press the elbows into the rib cages and pause. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together as you arch the spine. And exhale as you come forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you inhale. Squeeze them as you exhale. Lower the body all the way down. Tuck the chin in and roll the spine up. Next time, feel free to come into the back extension and hold. Elongate through the back of the neck and keep putting the pressure into the thighs. Engaging the lats and the muscles in the upper back. Lower the body all the way down, tuck the chin in and roll the spine up. Float the arms off to the sides. Bring your right hand into the outside of the left thigh. And feel a gentle pressure of the armpit into the chest. From here, turn and twist to the back, extending the other arm behind. Coming back into the center, press the back of the hand into the thigh and twist, looking past the fingers behind. Transition into the other side, float the arms out. This time the left hand, the back of the left hand finds the way into the outside of the right thigh. Take an exhalation and deepen into the twist, stretch the chest. Inhale, return back to center. The more you apply pressure into the armpits as you twist, the more you bring in deeper relaxations. Let the back of the chair hold your back. For our next technique, a breathing technique, we will be utilizing slight pressure on our armpits, mainly with the thumb and index finger of each hand. As we mentioned before, any method that applies pressure under the armpits has a direct influence on the flow of breath through the nostrils. Cross the arms in front of the chest, placing the right hand underneath the left armpit with the thumb upwards in front of the right shoulder, and then placing the left hand under the right armpit in the same manner. Apply gentle pressure with the thumbs by pinching the skin underneath the arm. Sit into the back of the chair and close the eyes. Keep the gentle pressure as you focus on the breath in the nostril. Throughout the practice, be aware of the breathing process. Discontinue the pressure underneath the armpit completely, releasing the thumbs and releasing the hands by the lap, either palms up or down. Keeping your eyes closed, take a few moments to feel into the lingering sensations. Cross the arms in front of the chest in the same manner. Or try and visualize the flow between both nostrils as equal. Discontinue the pressure underneath the armpit completely, releasing the thumbs and releasing the hands by the lap, either palms up or down. And there you have it. The scientific evidence we've explored today highlights the incredible impact that simple movements and pressure can have on our nasal flow and blood circulation. By understanding and harnessing the power of the nasal cycle, you can take a proactive step towards better breath circulation and improve overall well-being. Whether it's gentle exercises or mindful techniques to balance the flow of breath. Now we have a couple more tools to enhance our vitality and strength. Thank you for joining in, and stay tuned for more evidence-based insights and empowering tips. I look forward to seeing you in the next Vitality session.